Hello everybody, this is Carrie Mubarak at wooingnature.life. This is the new moon view for November 26, 2019, and this is for our fire sign. So if you are an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, this message is for you. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the new moon, what the new moon is in general, what new moon is all about. I'll be talking about the status of this new moon on the 26th and also talking about some other astrological aspects before I move into the Money and the Law of Attraction deck, which is what I'll be reading from today, and I'll also be reading from the Sun and Moon Tarot as well. Appropriately for the new moon. So again, this is for my fire signs. Fire signs are Leos, Aries, and Sagittarius, which will come into view in just a second. So the new moon is considered to be the dark moon because it's the time when the moon and the sun are walking hand in hand as opposed to being opposite each other. It's also a time when our masculine and feminine energies are in balance with each other or are moving together and in synchronicity. It is, because it is the new moon, it is a dark moon, and the moon deals with our feminine side or our receptive side or a recessive side of ourselves. It's a great time for introspection. It's also a time to go in and explore yourself and examine yourself for the answers that you've been looking for. It's also a good time to meditate and pray, especially if you have goals and aspirations, or if you have objectives that you want to meet, or you need to set your intentions for the new cycle so that you can complete certain specific goals. It's new moon because it implies new energy. It's a fresh start. So if you need a fresh start, the new moon is a good time to make that fresh start happen. Also, if you are working toward a goal and you need new energy applied to it, or if you need to go in a different direction, this is also a good time for that too. So we're going to take a look at this new moon, its placements and aspects, and look at some of the significant things that are happening during the 26th, actually from the 26th to the 28th. So the new moon is in Sagittarius. It's a fire sign, so it's a fire moon. It's there to inspire us, lift us, fuel us, and keep us going, especially on the emotional side, or especially in the inner side. Sagittarius inspires us to expand because of its connection with Jupiter. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, so Jupiter is an expansive planet, so it wants to expand. It wants to reach beyond itself into some other areas. So this is really great for the new moon, especially if you're trying to do other things that you haven't done before. And this expansion actually helps your faith. It helps increase your faith. It deepens your spiritual connection. It deepens your spiritual resolve, or what you believe or what you think is important. And it also gets you in touch with what is essential or what brings you joy. So that new moon energy is going to massage all of that for you. Now, the new moon comes in on the 26th, but all moons carry the sign for a couple of days, and this moon will be in Sagittarius until the 28th. Now, what's interesting and what happens on the 28th is the moon actually moves into conjunct with another conjunct between Venus and Jupiter. Now, Venus and Jupiter are also walking hand in hand, just like the sun and moon are walking hand in hand. But Venus is in the sign of Capricorn and Jupiter is in the sign of Sagittarius. Now let me explain what that means. Venus is actually in the sign of Capricorn, which deals with restrictions, pulling back, disciplining. It can also be associated with restricting or being restrictive or blocking things or stopping things or slowing things down. Whereas in with Jupiter being in its own sign of Sagittarius, that's all about expansion. It's about pushing out. It's about going forward. It's about seeing new things and doing new things and getting in different circles, and letting that be your education, letting that take you outside of your thinking, or take you outside of some old habits that aren't serving you, or that may be keeping you stagnant. So how are these things working together? Well, as Jupiter is providing all of these opportunities and putting you in these circles and giving you a chance to see something outside of what you've normally been seeing, Venus then comes in Capricorn and says, all right, well, is this something that is valuable to me? Are the things that are being presented to me things that I find important? And if they aren't, then I'm pushing them away, or I am not going to choose those things. So that's kind of how it's working together. Of course, Venus being in Capricorn and Capricorn being kind of a sign of business related things, finances, looking at how you're managing your money or how you're managing your physical realm or your physical world, then Venus also looks at that too. So there's this inner value going on, or how you see the things that you value, but it's also about taking care of your business, taking care of um, your money, your bills, or maybe even saving toward a particular goal that you may have. Um, so as Jupiter is providing you these opportunities, one or two things is going to happen. Either when the opportunity presents itself to you, you may find yourself blocking it, which means you need to examine whether or not this is important to you, or you might want to do a little deeper examination to see if you might be self-sabotaging or sabotaging that which you really want. Or you can put the energy out there and say, hey, this is what I want and this is what I want to do. And now I'm asking the universe to deliver to me what it is that I need in order for me to reach the goals. And you start having these blocks like, oh, okay, well, I put this out there, but it's not coming back. Or I had this opportunity, but it fell through. So when those things happen, when the blockages happen, then it's really a way for you to again strengthen your resolve in what it is that you want. So if you are approaching a goal and there's a block to your goal, how willing are you to work through the block, to climb over the obstacle, or to go around the obstacle, or to resolve the obstacle so you can keep going through? Or do you just give up and say, I don't want to do it anymore? And if you give up, then it's either going to be a matter of self sabotage, or it's going to be a matter of it wasn't that important to you to begin with. And so that's what's happening there. So it's a really good thing. It's really going to help you get some clarity with this alignment with the moon and Jupiter and Venus. It's really going to help you get some clarity about what it is that you want, and also about what's going on inside of you as well. So it's an opportunity for you to get your money together, to set some boundaries for yourself and get those boundaries under control. It's also about finding out what you're serious about, what's realistic, what are some realistic goals for yourself, and again, what's important and what brings you joy as well. So that's the energy of the new moon that's coming in. You can apply that wherever you need. Again, we're talking a little bit about finances, and the subject of finances and wealth came up in the astrological study. So that's why I'm going to money and the law of attraction cards for this reading. So we are going to be talking about money and wealth and that kind of thing. But it can also apply to your goals and your aspirations and the things that you're trying to achieve as well. So let's not negate it for just talking about money and wealth, because really the wealth comes from within inside of you anyway, and it's also attached to what you value and what you think. All right, so I will be reading from Money and the Law of Attraction. I'm going to be pulling 3 cards, one for Aries, one for Sag, and then one for Leo. Not in that order. I'm going to start with Aries, then I'm going to go to Leo, and then to Sagittarius. So we can stay. This can be in decency and in order. All right, so here we go. One for Aries, one for Leo, and one for Sag. All right. So Aries, my financial success does not require hard work. If you believe that you must work hard in order to deserve the money that comes to you, then money cannot come to you unless you work hard. So if your belief system, if what is going on inside your head is that I have to work hard to get what I want, then you rule out the opportunity for you to not work so hard and still get what you want. Financial success or any other kind of success does not require hard work. It does require alignment of thought, aligning your thought with your actions. You cannot, you simply cannot offer negative thought about things that you desire and then make up for it with action and hard work. When you learn to direct your own thoughts, you will discover the true leverage of the energy of alignment. So, this is about aligning your thoughts with your success, not how hard you're working with your success. Okay? I am going to be pulling from the Sun and Moon Tarot for clarification here. We got the Seven of Cups in reverse. Again, that deals with alignment to me. The Seven of Cups is about a lot of opportunities being presented to you. It's about having a lot of things to choose from and then having to make choices. But it looks like that's in reverse, which means that you may not be getting those choices, or those things may not be coming to you because of your limiting thoughts. Okay? Or because you're thinking it has to be hard. It does not have to be hard, Aries. It just has to be aligned. And when things are aligned, then things fall into your lap. Opportunities fall into your lap. Money and finances, or ways to get it, fall into your lap. And you realize that the hard work is over. That's already done. All right, let's see if there's any other clarification that needs to happen for Aries. I've got a Three of Pentacles in reverse, followed by an Ace of Cups upright. The Three of Pentacles is about creativity to me. It's about finding your creative niche or finding your creative core and going from there. It looks like you're not doing that. Again, if we're talking about working hard, if you're working hard at something, maybe you need to tap into your own talent, or something that is really easy for you to achieve, because just because it's easy doesn't mean it's not worth it. Okay. And then the Ace of Cups tells me to also go to what you love. So to me, I'm seeing like there's this there is an opportunity, there are opportunities presenting themselves, and they are going to present themselves to you with that Jupiter expansive energy going on. But again, you need to rethink how you're thinking about your success, and you have to rethink it, because this looks like something that's going to fall into your lap, but it's also something that's connected to your creativity, or something that you have a natural talent for, and it's also something that you love. So again, when we're talking about what we value, and we're talking about what brings value to the situation that you're in, when you're talking about money, finances, or even just achieving some particular goal that you're trying to reach, an emblem of success for yourself, you want to go to what comes naturally to you. What comes naturally to you that you don't have to work that hard at, because anything is going to be work, when you start applying yourself to it. Why make it hard from the beginning? Just saying about that. All right, so moving right along, I am with Leo now. I can create both money and the time to enjoy it. I can create money and the time to enjoy it. That's really, really cool. All right, many of you tell us that you're so busy making your money that you don't have time to enjoy it. For when you rely on action to create, often you're too tired to enjoy your creation. Once you not only understand the power of your thought, but deliberately direct this powerful tool in the direction of the things that you desire, then you will discover that the action part of your life is the way you enjoy what you have created through your thoughts. So thought and action is a key message for you. The thought is what's driving it. The action comes second. So if you are working so that you can have a moment of joy, then you want to rethink your paradigm. You want to rethink how hard you're working. You and Aries kind of have a similar circumstance here. Have something similar to think about. You don't want to spend so much time working that you don't have time to enjoy it. working toward a financial goal, particularly, okay, I'm working so I can make this money, and then you don't have the time to actually spend it. That makes no sense. We've got the Fool in reverse here, and we also have the Five of Swords in reverse. The Fool in reverse to me says that this is not the first time in the rodeo for you. This isn't something new to you at all. This is something you probably either heard before, seen before, or somebody has made this suggestion to you that you not work as much. Um, it's maybe something that you've been ignoring, that you need to stop ignoring, because ultimately it could affect your health, or it could affect your well-being. It could affect your mental health and also your physical health as well. You don't want to be drained out. What I'm seeing here is, somebody who's really, drained, who's had it, who's, at the end of their rope, so to speak. And if you're at the end of it, or if you feel like you're, dying over here, then it's time to pull back. It's time to rethink your situation. Then I've got the Princess of Wands here, which is about you rising above or climbing above. I do see the fire here, which to me is that Sagittarius moon energy. Really tap into the moon this time, and do some introspection around it, and think about what you can do, and what you can um, the things that you can do instead of working yourself so hard. Find that inner power, and that inner strength inside of you, and apply it. And thought, again, is important. We have that Five of Swords. Swords is the realm of thought, and when you're talking about um, changing your thinking around this, knowing that it's your thought that is really going to drive your success, and not just going to be going to be going. Okay. All right, Leo, moving right along, we're going into Sagittarius. Sagittarius, your card says, I can make a career of living happily ever after. Oh, I love that. A very good career choice would be to gravitate toward those activities and to embrace those desires that harmonize with your core intentions, which are freedom and growth. And Sagittarius, because the moon is in Sagittarius and Jupiter is in Sagittarius, expansion is your middle name. Okay? Um, your intentions, which are freedom and growth and joy. Make a career of living a happy life rather than trying to find work that will produce enough income so that you can do the things that your money will buy and then make you happy. When feeling happy is of paramount importance to you, and what you do for a living makes you happy, then you've found the best of all combinations. So as you are taking in your Sagittarian love energy during the new moon, and as things are coming to you, and people are coming to you, and experiences are coming to you, just remember that that joy and that freedom that you feel already in yourself, Sagittarius, is is going to push you that much further into where you want to be. I've got the Four of Wands here from the Sun and Moon Tarot. It's about, to me, turning the wheel, or turning the, uh, making the change, you making the change. And that is, of course, making the change in your thinking first. And it's being fueled by this fire energy of Sagittarius in the moon, and also in Jupiter. So really tap into that, Sagittarius, while you've got the opportunity to do so. Make your prayers and your supplications. Give yourself an opportunity to truly feel that energy as it's coming in. I've got the Empress here, and I also have the Tower in reverse, which tells me that this is on the way out. You are tapping into, during this new moon, you are tapping into your Empress energy, which is about all that is, tapping into the abundance of the universe, knowing that you are part of that abundance in the universe, and you literally can just go for the freedom, go for the joy, and go for the happiness, or the thing that's going to grow and expand you. And then that can be the source of your wealth. Okay? And to me, with that, with the Tower being in reverse, again, this is about going in. This is about looking at your thinking, and the way that your thinking is defeating you, or the way that you have been thinking about wealth, and about abundance, and about completing tasks, and reaching your goals. The way that you've been thinking about that um, can um, can be improved. or you can see a little bit more or get a little bit more bang for your buck by following your true self and by aligning yourself with yourself and being aligned mentally, emotionally, and spiritually with who you are as an individual. Okay? All right, so that is the new moon view for November 26, 2019 for my fire signs. I hope fire signs you have a very fiery new moon time coming in. I hope you have a great new moon. If you need to get your own personal new moon view, I'm happy to do that for you. You can go on Facebook, like the page at Wooing Nature, and then go to Book Now button at the top of the page and book your appointment with me, and I'll be glad to make sure that you get the information that you need so you can move forward and reach your goals. As always, I hope you have a great new moon, and I hope you are having a fabulous life.